21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend, trying to stay dry, ready for this rain to stop. But we have a ton of announcements coming up here in Room 21, guys, because we have the school year coming to a close, and you know that the end of the school year ushers in so much stuff. So many events, so many different happenings, so many things that are so incredibly exciting. So, here we go. First off, tomorrow night, May 21st, after school until 7 p.m., we have our Barrett Academy graduation practice at North Stafford High School. So you guys have all already filled out the permission form, but essentially your scholar is just staying after school tomorrow in our classroom. We'll board the bus around 4:15, 4:30, and then head on over to North Stafford High School, where we're going to practice in the venue where we're going to have our Barrett Academy graduation on June 1st. A snack will be provided to your scholar, and then you just need to pick up your scholar at 7 p.m. in the North Stafford High School cafeteria. Now, the third and fourth graders are leaving at 6 p.m. that night because the fifth graders have a little bit more to work on concerning different parts that they are performing within the program for the evening. So that is happening tomorrow. Staying after school, pickup is at 7 p.m. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, just dial up my cell phone here. I'll have that on me when we're over at practice, and that will be a great way to stay in touch with me. Okay, a couple of other quick announcements, guys. First of all, this coming Friday is an early out day at 1:10 p.m. In addition, though, it is field day. And on this week's newsletter, I put all the reminders that are incredibly vital for your scholar. First of all, wearing comfortable shoes, bringing a water bottle, and putting on sunscreen before coming to school. Those are all very essential things. I also tell the scholars, you know, we studied light this year, and the fact that the color black absorbs all of the color. So the shirt I have on today would not be a good choice for field day, especially if the sun is out and shining. So that's coming up here on Friday, guys. Pretty exciting. Happening next week, we have Barrett Academy graduation for Mr. Lowe, Mrs. Evans, Mrs. Sutton, and our classroom happening 6:30 p.m. North Stafford High School. It's going to be a magical, magical evening. I will be sending home a note later this week telling you about times that scholars have to be there. If your scholar has a speaking role, and they'll be able to tell you if they do, they need to be at North Stafford next Friday night, June 1st at 5:30 p.m. so that they can practice a bit. And then all other scholars need to be there by 6 p.m. so that they can get into their graduation gowns and all of that good stuff. So that's coming up next Friday, June 1st. It's going to be spectacular, guys. We cannot wait for that magical, magical evening. And don't forget, next Monday, Memorial Day, we have no school in observance of Memorial Day. And our next SOL, guys, is not coming up until next Friday, the day of our graduation, which is our math SOL. I have a ton of strategies in this week's VODCAST that you guys can go ahead and check out to increase all of those amazing math skills. So at this time, I'm going to send you guys off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, and welcome to our weekly strategy session. Hey, I have a bunch of different things that you can work on studying at home this week, guys, to prepare for your upcoming math SOL happening next Friday. So let's go ahead and check them out. Heading on over to the newsletter section this week, guys, as always, on the back of the newsletter, you're going to find great opportunities for you to earn some house points for your team. This week, they're more so focused with Barrett Academy, since our graduation is coming up on Friday, June 1st. But heading on over to the VODCAST section and the weekly strategy area, you're going to find our weekly math review, which is copied and ready up on the chalk tray of our classroom. But just in case you want to complete it online, I did keep it in the same format as last week's scholars, where I have the no calculator section and the calculator section. This week I was more so focused on a lot of fraction, decimal equivalencies on the front of the page, and then also going back to some mean, median, mode, range, prime composite, and just some plain decimal computation on the back of the page. So that's available there for you guys to complete. As always, 20 house points. But since we're in the midst of SOL testing and you guys are working with some incredible effective effort, I'm going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to get 40 house points for completing this math review for this week, guys. So that's available there. Now, as always, I have all of the skills that we have learned this year. You can click on any of these links. Anything that you guys may want to practice, think about the checklist that we've been working on in class. What is maybe an area where you'd like a little bit more work? These are all amazing sites to go ahead and visit and get some additional review. And then what I showed you last week was actually this site right here, which is SOL Practice. Okay, and you can earn a ton of house points. I'm going to give you 5 house points per problem that you complete this week. Now, you're going to have to select a few things. You're going to have to select Math 5 and the number of questions you want, and then you're going to have to type in your name. You can do a couple of different things, guys. First of all, as long as you show your work and bring it in some way, shape, or form, you're going to earn the house points, 5 house points per problem. You can also tell me your score at the end. It's going to give you all of that. I showed you guys last week on the VODCAST the reason that I love the Jefferson Lab is because if you get the question wrong, they give you a pretty solid explanation as to why you got the question wrong. So it's a really powerful way, guys, to go ahead and study for your upcoming math SOL. So that is available for you guys there. Okay, as I showed you last week, 5 points for each question. Anything that you complete here, any of these, right, we're going to also give you 5 points this week. But remember, guys, don't spend too much time on a skill that you really already know or are very comfortable with. Spend a little bit more time on a skill that you want more work with, something that you could put some more time and investment into that will get you closer to being totally successful for our upcoming math SOL. So that's available for you guys there. The Grammarys are still, the due date is still moving along, and we're going to have those coming up in June, guys. I'm going to have a solid date in the next couple of days for you guys as we get closer to the month of June. So continue working on those. I will give you at least a week notice before they are officially due to me in the classroom. Okay, so my secret hashtag of the week, scholars, happens to be hashtag Field Day. Yes, indeed, hashtag Field Day. That is coming up at the end of this week on Friday. Always an exciting day, and it happens to be you guys, your last field day of elementary school here at Kate Waller Barrett Elementary. So with that being said, scholars, I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Rockstars, I hope that those strategies were effective and successful. Don't forget, we have graduation practice tomorrow, guys, until 7 p.m. at North Stafford High School. Barrett Academy graduation, magical, magical evening, is coming up next Friday, June 1st, 6:30 p.m., North Stafford High School. Invite the entire family because it is going to be epic. I hope that you guys have a magical, spectacular, and incredible week, and I will see you all next week right here for the weekly VODCAST. You guys are the best families in Stafford County, Virginia. Oh yeah, baby, I got something to say.